Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be troubleshooting this right engine. If y'all remember, on the last video we did the gear swing and the brake checks and things like that, and then we did an engine run and this engine started giving us some problems. So we're going to go ahead and pull the fuel injectors and put cups under them and see if all the fuel injectors are actually putting out the proper amount of fuel, and then check our spark plugs, and then look for any kind of wires that may have come loose during the run. So that's what we're going to do. Thank y'all for checking in. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also leave your comments and hit that little thumbs up. Thanks, and let's get at it. All right, so when you're taking your spark plugs loose, you don't want to just loosen your spark plug wire without actually holding on to this too, because if you watch, see how it's twisting that wire? What will happen is if you keep doing that, you'll mess your spark plug wire up. And we do not want to do that. This thing's going to cost enough money as it is. And then we'll inspect. It's nice and clean. There's no burnt spots, so we know the plug wire from here to there is good. We still have to check from here all the way back up to the mags. And that one's good. That one's good. All right. I'll tell you what, it's got a little gumminess around there, but the actual spark plug itself is good. It does look like it needs to be gapped. If you can tell right here, it is a lot smaller than the other side. And they actually make a tool that'll actually gap that correctly. One other thing we're going to check here in just a little bit is right underneath the camera sits the spider valve, and it's where basically the fuel comes in and then it redirects it out to the whole, each cylinder. So we're going to check, make sure that there's a diaphragm in there, make sure that diaphragm is good. It's got a little, it's been burning a little rich, but not too bad. All right, so I've got the cup set out. You can tell right there underneath each fuel injection line. So come in here and you put your throttle all the way up and your mixture all the way up, and then we will cut our battery power on, and then we will cut our boost pump on right here. All right, so at first glance, they're all relatively even. All right, here's the cups. What do you think? That is about as even as it gets. So now we'll put all that back together and double check this, and then we will run the engine again. Clear prompt. well, good news and bad news. Good news is, left engine runs like a champ. So I ran it for a little while, and now I'm gonna change the oil in it. It's gonna be nice and pretty oil, and check the screen and all that kind of fun stuff. Bad news is, the right engine, it will not make full power. You go full throttle and it only goes to 2,000 RPM. You kind of move the mixture around a little bit when it gets to 2,000, and it immediately starts kind of coughing and starting to die. And if you leave the prop feathered too much, it'll just kill it out. So like, it's got some issues. Now, to find out where the issues are. It's getting fuel, but maybe not enough fuel. Might just have to bore scope the whole cylinders and see if we have something going on there. I don't know. We'll let Tim figure it out. He's the expert. Yeah. Nope, no fuel yet.
No fuel at all.
Yeah, that's what that means. Down yonder, there's a fuel pump, and it's not doing its job. So down in here, on the back side, is the engine-driven fuel pump, and that would explain a lot of it. That would also explain why we couldn't get it up to the proper RPM, and we were having to start it with the
so pull up your manual. You have your manual with you?
It's in there.
Engine manual? Do you have an engine manual for this?
We can look it up online. It's a good thing about technology.
Well, I've got my computer over there with the manuals on it. So.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, John, I got all mine loaded,
Right.
so you got to get the bottom inboard one loaded.
I don't know what he's talking about. So we've got, see Tim's fingers down there. That is the fuel pump, and we're having to pull it off. Let's see if I can look right here. Don't mind me, Tim. Just come in here and take a picture. That right there. So we've had to remove all of this. Well, I say we, it's mostly Tim, but we removed the fuel pump so far, and then we'll have to order another one and slap it in, and then we should hopefully have an airplane that'll run, and we can get it out of here. So that's what we're doing right now. Oh yeah, we're also having to replace a bunch of these fuel hoses. They're all crusty and crunchy, and I mean, look at that. I don't even know if y'all can even really see it, but it's way up in there, and you just can't. That's it right there.
I don't know what we're going to do to get that off. Well, I do too. I mean, I can get it off with a hammer and a screwdriver.
I said I've got a cutting torch back at the shop.
Yeah, but it does have to go back on.
Oh, well, that kind of
This one don't. Not this one necessarily, but one in the future.
Yeah. There you go. It's right there.
Yeah, that's a whopping quarter turn.
This is why it is aggravating having to work on things that take so long to do it. Back them off, right? The problem is just getting to them. It's 5 hours removing stuff around it, and then you still can't get to, you know, the bolts. I do have a 1/2 inch stubby. It is.
And I need a large flat blade screwdriver.
Oh, I've got that.
Drive right here, and yet they want to put it down there on that one.
I know. Look, I got him a hammer.
Know. God dang.
It's only a 3-pounder. It's okay. Just don't hit your fingers.
I need to hold the light up in here.
Tell me where. I'm trying to find a good spot that I'm not like actually in your way.
I was as a kid.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if Cody were here, his head would be in between yours and what you're working on. We did find out that this is the problem, we think. It's the engine-driven fuel pump. It still rotates in there, but for some reason, see it down in there. For some reason, it's just not pumping any fuel. So, anyways, we're going to get this one sent off and overhauled, or either find a replacement for it. So we're going to get this thing buttoned up and head to the house. It's been a relatively long day. So. Alright, so now we're going to try this engine, and if it cranks up, alright, there you have it. It's not the spark plugs, that's the issue. It's going to be the magneto. Probably gonna be both of them, I guess. Probably gonna be both magnetos. So
Pull this mag off.
that's what we're gonna do. Pull the mag off. Alright. Alright, well, we're second day of working on this engine, and got Tim back with us. And now we are checking the magnetos again because the right mag was dropping off, like wouldn't even run the airplane. So now we're checking to make sure that it is in time with this noisy little box. Hopefully we'll get it back in time. And then we've also figured out that we have a intake leak somewhere. That's why we're not building manifold pressure on the right side. And so we've checked the lines. The actual lines from the engine to the airplane are good. And now we just have to find where in here. And in here we have air coming in that shouldn't be. So that's what we're doing now. So I don't know if the FBO is open today either, so
That line's coming right here. Oh, no, it ain't. It's good. Some bad ones. I don't know, I didn't. Alright, all these are good over here. That's good. Those two. Alright, all those are good, so put those back up.
fuel is on main. Alright.
Mixture open.
Mixture. Throttle. Line's still hard. Alright, and then we're looking for our fuel flow, which is here. Left engine. Alright. Clear pot. Got it. Check that off the list.
So what was wrong with everything?
We're still having issues out of that engine, it's still not making full power. We're having to dial the mixture back. We still have a really bad right mag drop on it, and so basically it means our right mag is still messed up. So it was out of timing a little bit. So now we got to look and see if it's still out of timing or if there's something else going on with it, like some corrosion on the inside and stuff like that. So we'll see. Alright, so we were going to take the right mag off of this engine and just put it over on the right hand engine, but they're two different mags, so we can't do that. Go get the mag off of the 182, and then because the 182 actually has the same mags that engine does, so we'll get a mag off the 182, bring it and put it on that one and see if that resolves one of our issues. But for now, button it up and we're about to head out. Hey, did you take this?
And also, don't remember to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. Bye.